So I often get asked, especially in the rise of this AI conversation, is can AI be my executive assistant? Can AI just essentially take over my entire business and run my business for me? And the simpler answer is yes, absolutely can. The technology is there. The technology is there to enable us to essentially use it to its fullest extent to essentially speed up every process and every task in your organization. But it's not what you think. It's not that you think that you can just go grab an application off the shelf, put it into your business, and within 2 seconds it's live, and then AI is running in your organization. It doesn't quite work like that yet. And I say yet, and I was having this conversation today. When I'm sitting at Christmas time, in 6 months from now, 7 months from now, the conversation I'm having then will be completely different to the conversation I'm having now. That is how fast the world of artificial intelligence is moving, which is insane. It's exciting. I love it, but it's very fearful for a lot of people. So I want to dive into the mystique around this conversation, what it currently does today, what you could use it for today off the shelf versus what does custom building look like. And so when anyone says, hey, can I just have AI take over my entire world, run my entire business for me, or can it just be my EA? There are many applications out there because over 10,000 apps have been developed in this space, right? And so there are many apps out there that you can get off the shelf, put into your business, and start using it for a really specific purpose, like scheduling meetings, looking after your emails, drafting and replying to emails, doing all your documentation for you, doing all your reporting, all your social media, all your data entry, doing all the research for you, or your task management, or your assigning of tasks, or your follow-ups. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of apps that have been developed to do very certain and particular task in your organization that you essentially could go onto a website. Is there an AI for that? Type in what you're trying to achieve, and it will give you a stack 10, 15, 20 apps for that one particular purpose. That's a really good starting point. Now, things to consider though, if you're diving into the space around should you just get an app off the shelf, the thing you should consider the most is how embedded am I putting this application to my business? And what I mean by that is if you're just trialing and testing it for your own purposes, totally fine. But if you're looking at rolling it out to your whole business, you need to do your due diligence on that particular application because that application is a business and you need to see what's behind the business. Even though 10,000 apps have been developed and launched in the last 18 months in the AI space, the prediction is 9,900 of them won't exist in 12 months to 18 months from now. And so you need to make sure you're very careful about what you're picking because those particular applications might not be here for long term. So if you look at the typical startup world, you're looking at between 100, I'd say 1,000, but 100 to a couple of hundred apps will still be here in 2 to 3 years from now. So that's 9,000-ish apps that won't be. So you got to be very, very careful of the ones that you're choosing for your business, and so be very particular around that. So I've listed a few out in this post, like x.ai or Sandbox, Spark. A lot of the task management systems all have integrated AI items. Essentially, it's OpenAI or Gemini in the back end. Lola, Travel Perk, even Zapier's got AI through their entire integration now, so you can integrate all your apps together, which is awesome. Do your data management off there. So there's heaps of good apps off the shelves that you can do this, but I just would recommend use a platform called Is There an AI for that, and it will give you the outcome. So that's like the off-the-shelf version. The other version that we particularly get into on a daily basis is the custom-built AI system, and this is because we're trying to achieve a very specific outcome for the organization, and we're targeting specific functions in the business, and we're automating that. And so it's a bit of a ripple effect. You just don't go into a business and say, hey, just automate my entire world and just don't start anywhere. You just like randomly choose things. It's very methodical. And so we either call that a quick win or a long-term opportunity, and depends on where we're starting. A lot of the projects we're doing today and where we're starting is from an email. So the email comes into an inbox. Most businesses still use email, and so that's the first starting point. Is that email communication, scheduling, scraping data from their email, from PDF documents, for spreadsheets, pulling into their CRM system. That's a really good starting point. But then you dive into scheduling and reminders and to-do lists and task and project management. Then for business owner or staff members that are flying around, you can dive into the travel planning and expense management aspect. Then do all the analysis and the report writing off the back of that. Then you obviously bring all that into their CRM system. So then you're making sure that it's all around that customer interaction, what we call lead scoring, or knowing or predicting what customers are great for that organization, what are not, and giving some predictions around where they should be targeting, short-term and long-term. Then you dive into the document management aspect of it, so creating the documents, managing the documents, and then obviously putting these out automatically to get access to, sharing with customers or potential customers. All that is automated. Now, it's not saying, hey, we go in with an application, we say, hey, within 10 minutes, all that's done. No. It takes months, and I mean months, like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months to automate all of that. And you're custom building the integration between every single system of the business, but it'll be custom built to the point that it's exactly what the business needs, not like getting an off-the-shelf app and it does 80% of the way. It's like it's custom built to exactly what it needs. So just want to throw this out there because a lot of this conversation I'm having on a weekly basis. So yes, it is possible. You can get an AI executive assistant. You can get an AI to help you run your business. You either get the off-the-shelf model, go and do lots of research, find the app that works for you, or you custom build it and modularly build out exactly everything that you want in your organization. All right, that's my tip and update for today. Cheers, guys.